Astronomers have found the one ring to rule them all. Saturn is our Lord of the Rings, and one of the most, if not the most beautiful planet in the solar system. 400 years ago, Galileo noticed that Saturn had changing lobes on either side, and it took astronomers decades to realize that this is the ring system of Saturn that we know today. The rings start 6 million kilometers from Saturn and extend outwards about 12 million kilometers more. If you could observe it in the sky, it would be about as wide as 2 full moons. A 200-year-old mystery has been solved about the moon of Saturn, Iapetus. Cassini-Huygens explorer flew closest to Iapetus in September 2007. In December 2004, however, it flew to a distance of 40,000 miles and returned some interesting pictures. One side is as black as asphalt, and the other as white as snow, and they blend to form the yin-yang symbol. There is an incredible ridge of ice called the Wall, miles high, running around its equator, making the moon look like it is a sphere composed of 2 halves joined together by that ridge. Craters can be seen which are hexagonal in shape, begging the question, what impactor could possibly create them? The movie 2001: A Space Odyssey tells of a huge Saturnian monolith which turns out to be a gateway to the stars. Did you know that there is a clear picture of what looks like a giant monolith on Iapetus? Richard Hoagland's EnterpriseMission.com has also found a startling similarity between the Death Star in the Star Wars movie and Iapetus. It is startling, and the implications huge. Iapetus is also striking in its similarity to mysterious spherical rocks discovered in the strata on Earth hundreds of millions of years old. Thermal imaging of Iapetus recently revealed an image which is best described as Pac-Man. More incredible, though, is the discovery of the mysterious and perfect 6-sided polygon, a hexagon, which encircles the North Pole at about 78 degrees north, revolving with the planet. The hexagon has winds blowing around it just like Earth's polar vortex, where winds circle the pole. Saturn's hexagonal polar vortex has clouds rushing around it, counter to the direction of the planet's spin. The incredible thing is that these clouds could make the 60-degree turns at each corner of the hexagon. Saturn's vortex could fit 4 Earths inside of it and extend 60 miles deep into the atmosphere as a series of hexagons in a Chinese doll-like arrangement. NASA have released an incredible film showing this. NASA have no public explanation for this. Saturn is a gas giant with a dense atmosphere. The hexagon at the pole is about 25,000 kilometers across and is made of ammonia clouds which race backwards along the edges of the hexagon at 300 miles an hour. The hexagon is the signature of hyperdimensional physics. Rotating planets produce force structures inside as standing wave patterns, which can be modeled by the geometry of the interlocked tetrahedra. Spinning interlocked tetrahedra create an energy upwelling at points which are 19.47 degrees north and south of the equator of spin. This is visibly displayed by the presence of Olympus Mons volcano on Mars and the Hawaiian chain volcanoes on Earth. Indeed, this effect can be observed at all scales wherever the angular momentum is sufficient. The energy is redimensioned from the 4th dimensional aspect of our physical reality. The rings of Saturn have long been observed to contain objects, the nature of which is the subject of much debate. It is plausible that the rings of Saturn have been constructed by an unknown intelligence. Much has been observed by the Hubble Space Telescope, which supports what appears to be an incredible notion. Saturn has, of course, been the source of occult focus for millennia. Saturn is known as the Lord of time and space. The seal of Saturn is a magical symbol representing the intelligence of the planet. The magical tradition of using seals to represent spiritual entities is millennia old. There are 7 Saturnian sigils or seals, the pentacles of Saturn, The magic square of Saturn is an ancient table of numbers believed to contain the magical essence of the planet Saturn. It's a table of the numbers 1 to 9, arranged so that all columns and rows equal 15. In Kabbalah, the planets are a manifestation in the physical world of higher cosmic forces, which are represented by the numbers that embody their qualities. The seals and symbols invoke those qualities. Saturn, in ritual magic, represents the forces of containment, time, stagnation in ritual, and death. Saturn rules structure, respect, obedience, tradition, restriction, control, authority, time, matter, fear, poverty, and death. The symbol used by Bluetooth gadgets is the seal of Saturn, and the words hi-fi form the rings of Saturn. You'll find it on your computer. TV, radio, and telephone do not come from here. King Solomon was apparently able to control demons with the sigil, and thereby got them to build his temple. The seal of Solomon is a hexagram. Indeed, the hexagram seal of Saturn is the basis of mandalas of every Eastern religion. The god of this world was known as Tetragrammaton. Is the hexagram really Jewish? Absolutely not. Acts 7:43 says, "You have lifted up the shrine of Molech and the star of your god Rephan, the idols you made to worship." Rephan is a name for Chion, the planet Saturn. The Jews simply adopted it and turned to idolatry according to their own writings. The star is the symbol of Rephan, Saturn. Revelation 3:9 says, "I will make those who are of the synagogue of Satan, who claim to be Jews though they are but liars." Saturn is Satan. Church imagery of Jesus often has him radiant within the hexagram star. According to many sources, the Saturnus Satan is a hermaphrodite being, taking in the forms of both male and female, the Baphomet, male phallus, female breasts. According to Wicca, God is what man is, male and female, bisexual and androgynous. As above, so below. As in the spiritual, so in the natural. As in the heavens, so on earth. The entire body of mysticism is incorporated within the hexagram, or the hex. The pole of Saturn is that hexagram. Saturn is the 6th day of the week, and the Jewish Sabbath. Cassini has captured images of Saturn when it drifted into the giant planet's shadow and looked back towards the eclipsed sun. It provides an insight unlike any other. The image is the Eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye.